The purpose of this video is to teach you how to complete the Simply Rewards Merchant Agreement. As you can see, we have various fields on this form to be completed. We also have made this a typable form. I'm going to go ahead and click on my program to highlight the fields, and now you can see all of the fields that are available for you to be completed. Now let's go ahead and pre-fill this information, and then we'll go over the details one box at a time. Okay, now that we've pre-filled some of this information, let's look at it. First off, we have the business name. As we can see, Johnny's Pizza. We have the business phone number with the phone number for the business and a fax number. We understand not everybody uses a fax today, and so you can leave that blank. Next up, we have the contact information, so we know that Johnny Smith is the contact. And as you can see, we have the title, and he's the owner. Many times you also might have a GM who is authorized to approve a merchant agreement, or an area manager, regional manager, something to that effect as well. We just want to get all that information so we know who actually is authorizing this agreement. Then we're asking you to get the actual mobile phone number for this contact as well. And who is the provider of that? In the future, we have the opportunity to text the offers and to obtain their approval via a cell phone. So we can text a message to this contact and say, we've gone ahead and we've updated your offer on the system. Just click on the link to go ahead and review and then approve. So we do that via a special way of getting their phone number and their provider of their cell phone. Next, we have the business's website and their email address. Then we have the street address of the business, city, state, and zip code. This information is going to help fill that information for Google Maps so that we can actually show the location on our website as well as on the mobile app. Here we have a mailing address. If it's different, we could put that in, such as a corporate location. Then we also have the question for multiple locations, yes or no. And if it is a yes, please email a list of those locations to support@simplyrewards.com. Really, this last line about the logo is really a reminder to you and to ask the merchant if it's okay for you to obtain their logo from their website, or maybe we need to email the merchant for a logo. So if that's the case, really just check that box as a reminder for yourself. And as you can see, we call it an agreement. We don't call it a contract, because in this situation what we're really doing is we're working with the merchant to say we're going to provide free advertising to your business by listing you in our websites and in our mobile apps. We do that for our fundraising as well as through our employer programs as well. So it's an agreement, it's really not a contract. Now we have a list of 6 points that are part of this agreement terms and conditions. They're all important, but I just want to highlight a couple of them for you. The number 2 point here talks about the merchant agreeing to establish and maintain the discount program. What that means is that when a consumer comes in, either with a printed coupon or showing their mobile phone to redeem the discount, that the merchant is going to agree to give the consumer, to give our member that discount. Point number 3 asks the merchant for permission to utilize their marketing, their brand, and their trademarks and logos through our website and mobile phone. That's important so that as we display their logo, that there's no infringement upon the rights of that information. Down here on number 4, we're basically explaining to the merchant that we as a company are going to do our best efforts to promote their product, whether it's through the fundraising efforts or through our employee programs as well. And also number 6, we'd like to point this one out as well, because number 6 says that Simply Rewards agrees to pay all expenses associated with design, printing, production, and promotion of all of the programs that are available to promote this merchant into the system. Now in the discount offer section, we prefer this information to come in typed, but we know that when you're out there standing in front of a merchant, you're probably going to use your best handwriting. But please print clearly and be as concise as possible, because we need to be able to read your information as well as publish accurate information to our website and the mobile app. Alright, so the next question is, what is the type of product that they're going to provide this discount on? We have the online, which is our website. We have our mobile app. So it's either going to be one or the other, or both. Next up, this is a category of wellness. This means that if this particular merchant has some sort of a wellness offer, whether that be physical fitness, exercise, lifestyle, but most of the time it's going to be maybe a menu item that has lower calories, lower fat, or some sort of healthy option there. So we'll go ahead and check on the wellness if that's the case. And then there might be some sort of a printed type product or something else that we do in the future that doesn't fit these categories right now, and you could describe it right here in this box. Probably the biggest thing here is the offer description. So from here, we want you to go ahead and put in the information that we're going to be displaying on the website and on the mobile app. And as you can see, we've gone ahead and pre-filled the offer description. Buy one large pizza and receive a medium pizza for free, Monday through Thursday only. If a merchant has any kind of terms or special conditions for the offer, please just go ahead and put it in the parentheses next to the offer. If you don't have any, well, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and leave that off. Here we have the number of redemptions. This section is divided into two parts, the per user section and the maximum number of redemptions or printouts. So first let's look at the per user. This gives the merchant the ability to say, I want to limit this offer to 7 days per month. So we could say, okay, per user, I want them to have this 7 times that they can print it out, and they can do this offer per month 7 times. So once a month is over, the clock starts over, and they can redeem that offer another 7 times. Or let's say if they wanted to only allow them to redeem it 1 time per month. We can say once per month. If that offer was used this particular month, the next time the consumer pushed on that button, it would let them know that this offer is not available at this point, that they've received a maximum number of redemptions until the next month. Or they can obviously choose unlimited. The flexibility is here for your merchant. Number of redemptions per user could be 10 per day, probably doesn't make sense, 10 per month, 10 per year, or maybe per lifetime. That also helps us to work with merchants to getting some bigger offers for them. You know, something to help us drive new customers into their business, but they don't want to give away all their profitability. So let's say they wanted to do an option that's 1 time and it's once per lifetime. They can do that, such as I've seen offers like free gift certificate and it's once per lifetime to just get them in, no purchase required. Next we have the optional maximum number of redemptions. We call this our Black Friday deal. Basically, you know, Black Friday, there's certain programs and certain manufacturers that will go out there and do some kind of a crazy deal, but it's only available to the first 10 who get there at 5 in the morning. They're giving away a 60-inch television that's only $50. Well, right, they're not going to give that away to an unlimited amount of people. Well, in the same way, we have that ability on the mobile app and online. So you can decide, hey, whatever this deal is, I might be giving this out every single day if I wanted to, 10 per year for that particular customer. So every customer could print this 10 times. But I want to go ahead and limit this to only say that there's 100 printouts. And once that deal has been printed out or redeemed 100 times, then the offer would fall off the system. So this is our example of a Black Friday deal so that the merchant can limit the total number of redemptions on this particular offer. But again, it's an optional field that's not required. The key that you'll want to work with the merchant is how many redemptions do you want? Is it going to be typically going to be 1 per day? Is it going to be 1 per week, 1 per month? Or is it just going to be an unlimited offer? If it's unlimited, we just check box for unlimited and there's no worry on the rest of it. We have 3 fields for you to fill out that information: offer 1, offer 2, and offer 3. If you need additional information because there's more offers, just please go ahead and fill out a second merchant agreement and just fill out the discount or offer description section. And here is the last section of the agreement. This is the additional terms section. The agreement states that it's going to remain in force for 1 full year and it's going to auto-renew. But at the same time, as we stated earlier, that it's not a contract, it's an agreement. The merchant can terminate this agreement by written notice, just giving us 30-day notice, either by email, fax, or by letter. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and have them sign the merchant authorization here. That'll be their signature, the date that they signed. Then you're going to sign it as the representative. You're going to put the date you signed it. We want to know who you are, so can't always read your writing. So put your name and make sure you put your rep ID in there as well. So that's it. That's a quick description of how the merchant agreement should be filled out. If you have any questions about this process, please contact us via phone or via email at support@simplyrewards.com.